Hey mamas, my name is Adriana and I am from Houston, Texas. I am here to encourage any of you new moms that are getting started with homeschooling. I wanted to get on here and be an encouragement and share some of my journey with you. I am a mom of three. I have an older daughter that's 8, well, soon to be 8, and then I have a 6-year-old boy and an 18-month-old son. The older two are the ones that I'm going to be homeschooling, and the younger one is going to be doing activities that we have, like Melissa and Doug puzzles and just different sensory activities, or just anything that can keep his little brain occupied, in between the nap times. Um, just getting started is the main thing for me, and trying to get myself with, you know, getting the homeschool started for my older two. So that was the reason why I wanted to get on here. I know that for me, my personal experience has been chaotic with, oh my gosh, what curriculum do I pick? There are thousands out there. Everyone says this about this and that, and they love this one, they don't love this one. How in the world am I going to make a decision? So, my main focus has been prayer number one, just, seeking God about what decision to make for my family. And, we have always had our children in, like I had my daughter and my son in Mom's Day Out. My younger son has not been in anything, but the older two, we've had them in Mom's Day Out. We've had them in, the preschools, and then recently they were in a private school, and we loved the private school that they were at. With all this COVID stuff, it just completely did a 180 for our life, and I feel like a lot of us were pushed into homeschooling without being prepared. But I think that good has come out of that, because I think that we have, you know, from the good and the bad, have learned that family is most important. God, number one, family, secondly, our health, our joy, and just doing whatever we can to keep each other happy and healthy, and just focused on the main thing in life, which is to live a life for Christ. And that's what we believe in our family, and that's what we stand for to the best that we can. We're not perfect. So, with that being said, my husband and I had been praying about this, and since I've been a mom, my journey with my soon to be 8-year old has been to consider homeschooling. And I always talk myself out of it with fears, with thoughts of, I cannot do this. My personality is like, I want things to be perfect. There's no way. I mean, I want to be able to clean my house and get the chores done while they're in school. I can't even, they're probably not even going to want to learn from me. And that doesn't mean that those thoughts are gone, because they're still there. But with all of this that has happened the last 2 to 3 months, with summer almost starting, and we had to have them virtual learning here at home, I realized that by the grace of God, it's possible. Yes, it's going to be crazy. Yes, the dishes and the house is a mess and the laundry is backed up. Not tremendously. I mean, the laundry gets done, it's washed. I might forget the load in the washer and then have to rewash it again sometimes. Or I might leave the clothes in the dryer and then it gets wrinkled, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, let me hit start again so that I can unwrinkle this. But it's getting done. That's the main purpose. But my point is, the years are short, and as they say, the days are long. But by the grace of God, we can do it. And when we take our focus off of ourself, not that we're not important, but when we realize that the overall mission is for us to impart into our children, and to realize that they are a blessing from the Lord, and He entrusts us with them on this earth. So it's like, God, give us the grace daily to be a godly wife, or to be a wife, to be a mother, to be a godly mother, and to do what we can to raise up our kids, to fear the Lord, to love the Lord, to know all the things that God would want us to teach them. And so, with that being said, I just felt such a desire that I will never know until I try. And I'm here to say that if you've had those thoughts, if you've had the fears, if you've doubted yourself, but you feel that that's what you're supposed to do, then just step in it. Step into that season and allow God's grace God's wisdom to guide you, just know that He makes a way, that He is true to His promises, and He will get you through whatever it is that you're facing, and whatever your family needs, He will provide, and He is always on time. And for us, I have been a stay-at-home mom for 8 years. August 23rd is my daughter's birthday, so I will be a stay-at-home mom for 8 years, coming this month. And it has been a blessing. It was a step of faith. And so now, after 8 years, I'm finally going to try homeschooling. I don't know if it's going to be a forever thing for us, but I am taking it one day at a time. And so I was on a journey trying to find a curriculum. There were so many out there, and I honestly, my personality, I couldn't make the decision. I just felt like, oh my gosh, I feel overwhelmed. I feel like this one sounds good, it looks good, but what is it that I feel is going to be best for me as the teacher and for my kids that are learning from me? Like, what is going to work for us? And so I kept coming across one through others' moms' YouTube videos by Master Books, and I kept coming back to it. And even though I've heard of other ones that were out there, I just didn't feel that was going to be the one for right now. And so I just thought, what's going to be best at this time? And I wanted to come into this with wisdom. I didn't want to come into this like spending a large amount of money and then regretting it because I realized, like, okay, I don't like this curriculum, or this is not, the right one, or this is not for us. I mean, I don't know. Everything is up in the air, and I'm just taking a step of faith, and I'm going to allow God to guide me through the rest. And so every time I looked at Master Books, I just felt a peace because it was, for my personality, something simple that I could just open the book and get started. I'm not saying I'm 100% set on it because I haven't even started. I'm set for August 17th as our start date. So that's when we'll begin to use the curriculum. Now, I started off with just buying, so I have a first grader and a third grader. And for the first grader, I started off with ordering the math curriculum. So this is Lessons for a Living Education by Master Books, and this is the math. And it just seemed easy for me. I mean, I saw flip-throughs with a few of the other moms, and I probably won't show you all of that right now, but I'm a picture person. Picture, colors, easy explanation, like, just don't give me all this small verbiage and overwhelming with all kinds of instructions, because that's it. I can't focus. So I need something easy. And so I was drawn to that. So I just pray that it's going to work for us. Then I also ordered the language lessons for living education for the grade 1. And my little guy's about to jump in probably during this video. So that's for my first grader. And with that, I went ahead and ordered the other books that they instructed us to do. Be careful, buddy. And I didn't get the phonics one. Oh my goodness, son. Oh my goodness. Are you okay? Okay. So these were the extra books. This is not the whole set, like this is not the bundle. I just started off with the math lesson and the language arts lessons. And then I don't remember why I went ahead and got these, because I think it said you have to have this to go with the language arts. So that's what I got. This is not too small at all. Not too small at all, a mouse tail. And then this one is The Door of Salvation. And this one is Charlie and Trike in the Grand Canyon Adventure. I hope my third grader doesn't get upset because the first grader has more books. So that's for the first grader. And then this is the third grader math curriculum. Hang on, buddy. So same thing from Master Books. So again, like, I like colors, pictures, things like that catches my attention. I act like I'm the student, but I kind of am the student. I'm relearning all of this stuff. So, and I'm excited about that. That's the other thing that I just thought about. That it's like, for me, I feel like it's an adventure for all of us because I'm getting a refresher on all these things. I'm 38 years old, and I'm like, I'm getting a refresher. Like, I mean, I had my days when I was in school where I didn't really pay attention all the time. There were subjects that I liked. Math was not one of them. But I think that this is a great thing because we're learning alongside our children, and they're pulling so much out of us. And naturally, as moms, we're teachers from day one. And I feel that with my children, it's always been a journey. I love taking them outdoors. We are outdoor people. We love taking hikes, trails, through the trails, bike riding, walks, picnics, just sightseeing. And I feel like with what I've gathered from other YouTube videos and homeschool moms through Instagram, is like that's part of it. Like the other thing that I was drawn to about Master's books is that it has that Charlotte Mason approach. And I'm drawn to that. I'm barely learning about her. I'm new to all of this, but I want something that is based on, God and the Bible, and that was important to me. And so, in addition to the math, here is the third grade language lessons for a living education. And they have this, but they're already like hole punched. I guess you can put them in a binder if you want. And then it said to get this book with it. So I got that. As I received my order, and I just received it today, I realized like there were some things that I should have really thought through to order along with it. There was probably a reason why I didn't feel to order the social studies and the science. This is Adam with his bed head, even though he hasn't went to bed. So there are other books, the science and the social studies, that I don't know why I didn't order it, but I think it's because I already had a social studies, a Becca book that her teacher had given her in school. I saved a lot of stuff that they had like for supplement materials. I didn't know that, but I just always saved it just because I like to give them activities like in the summertime or on the weekends, like if they wanted to just be on the computer. I'm like, no, here, get this worksheet. And so I feel like I had a lot of material already that I could use to add to this. So I think that's why I was trying to keep the cost down, because I was doubting myself. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to pay that much money just in case. So, and then I had Brain Quest workbooks that I had ordered through Amazon during the summertime, and it has like every subject in there. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to take a little bit of that, go outside and do our own science and nature walks and nature, activities and lessons. And then, of course, we have a Bible devotional that was given to my son for his birthday. So I'm going to start off with that for now. And then I'm going to start entering into trying out other Bible devotionals that I've heard about through other homeschool moms. But I'm one of those, work with what you have. I try my best to just be, just wise with my spending. But as I purchased this, I also had been purchasing things here and there. Like I went to the Target $1 section and I bought like a Spanish workbook for $1 that we're going to try to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or just once a week. We'll see how that goes. And I think I bought a phonics workbook. So I'm just going to add a little bit of everything as the Lord leads me to do it. I don't want to get overwhelmed. I don't want them to get overwhelmed. I'm just trying to get my feet wet into all of this and learning how we're going to structure our homeschool year. And so, yeah, I think for now that's where we're at. And this was something else that they sent from Master Books. So I'm just going to give this a try. I desire to start off well. I want to have the right perspective. I want to continue to give each day to God and just say, hey, Lord, lead us. Lead us as a family. Instruct our days. And just show me how to teach our children. And so I hope that this video was encouraging to you. If you'd like to see more of my videos, feel free to subscribe and like this video. And I'm going to do my best to get on here and share other things as they come up. So take care. Thanks for watching.